Who will lead Brazil's attack against France? Will it be the electric pace of Vinicius Júnior tearing down the left flank? Will Rodrygo Goes once again prove his versatility on the big stage? Could teenage sensation Estevao Willian earn a bold starting role on the right wing? And what about the forgotten or sideline names? Does the national team door reopen for Antony, Igor Paixao, or Ryan Fredericks? Most intriguingly of all, is there still a place in this evolving Brazil side for Neymar? With speculation intensifying and fans debating across the globe, the biggest question remains: how will coach Carlo Ancelotti shape his attacking wings when Brazil face France? Today's report dives deep into Brazil's potential wingers, the tactical dilemmas, the form players, and the stars waiting for their opportunity. At this very moment, if you ask what Brazil's strongest area is, there may not be one single correct answer. Some would argue midfield creativity, others defensive stability. But for a significant portion of fans, the answer is clear: the wings. Brazil's depth and explosive quality in wide positions arguably surpass most other areas of the pitch. The Seleção have speed, flair, creativity, youth, and experience, all competing for limited spots. However, strength on paper does not automatically translate to dominance on the field. If not utilized correctly, this very advantage could become a tactical headache. Too many options can create imbalance, confusion, or difficult selection controversies. That is why Ancelotti's biggest challenge may not be finding talent, but choosing the right combination at the right time. On the left wing, one name appears almost untouchable: Vinicius Junior. Beyond being one of Ancelotti's most trusted players at club level, Vinicius remains one of the most dangerous wide attackers in world football. His blistering acceleration, fearless dribbling, and ability to break defensive lines make him a nightmare for fullbacks. In terms of global recognition, brand power, and current form, he leads the race comfortably. Yet, discussions still linger about his performances for Brazil compared to his club displays. Critics argue that he hasn't always replicated his club brilliance in the national jersey. Under Ancelotti's guidance, however, Vinicius will be eager to silence those doubts once and for all. Facing a powerhouse like France could be the perfect stage for redemption and reaffirmation. Pushing closely behind him is Gabriel Martinelli. The Arsenal star brings relentless energy, direct attacking intent, and tactical discipline. He fits modern football's high-pressing philosophy and offers defensive work rate in addition to attacking threat. Martinelli remains high on the coach's preference list, and his consistent performances in England strengthen his case. However, beyond these two names, nothing feels entirely certain. The left flank may look stable at first glance, but the competition remains alive. Rodrygo Goes is another fascinating case. Though often associated with the right wing, his versatility allows him to operate across the front line. His intelligence and movement, ability to drift centrally, and calmness in crucial moments make him invaluable. Yet, his place is not officially guaranteed. Final decisions are still pending, and Ancelotti may weigh tactical flexibility heavily before confirming his role. Rodrygo's adaptability could either secure him a spot or place him in rotational plans depending on the opponent. Emerging in conversations is Luis Enrique, currently playing for Zenit St. Petersburg. His development abroad has not gone unnoticed, and his performances have quietly built a case for inclusion. While not yet a household name compared to Brazil's global stars, he represents the kind of under-the-radar option that can surprise opponents. Selection battles are rarely just about fame. They're about timing, form, and fit. And then there's Neymar. The mere mention of his name changes the tone of any discussion. Despite injuries, inconsistent club minutes, and endless debates about his future, Neymar has not been ruled out. If included, he could even operate from a wide position depending on tactical demands. His experience, creativity, and ability to produce moments of magic remain undeniable. Critics question his fitness rhythm, but supporters believe big tournaments and big matches awaken the best version of him. The real question is not just whether Neymar fits physically, but whether Ancelotti sees him as central to the project moving forward. On the right wing, excitement grows around Estevao Willian. Even without being a regular starter at club level, he has impressed observers with his composure and technical brilliance. Ancelotti reportedly keeps a close eye on him, and last year's performances for Brazil were eye-catching. His fearless style and unpredictability could offer a fresh dynamic against France's disciplined defense. However, placing such responsibility on young shoulders always carries risk. Is this the right moment for a breakout, or should experience take priority? Barcelona's Raphinha also enters the equation as a strong right-wing candidate. His tactical awareness, crossing accuracy, and ability to stretch defensive lines make him an effective modern winger. In high-intensity matches, his work rate becomes particularly valuable. While he may not always dominate headlines like Vinicius or Neymar, his consistency often earns coaches' trust. Meanwhile, Antony continues knocking on the national team door. Now performing for Real Betis, he has delivered across the last 2 seasons, yet still finds himself overlooked. This season, he has reached double-digit goals, a milestone that strengthens his argument significantly. His dribbling flair and confidence in one-on-one situations remain his trademarks. For Antony, this could be the decisive window to finally reclaim international relevance. Another name resurfacing is Ryan, who impressed in Brazil's Serie A before making his move to the Premier League. At Bournemouth, he has already registered 3 assists in just 4 starts, a promising start that has drawn attention. Adapting quickly to English football's physical demands speaks volumes about his mentality. While he may not yet be a guaranteed selection, momentum is building around his candidacy. Igor Paixao, currently shining at Marseille, is also making a compelling case. With 9 goals and 4 assists this season, his productivity cannot be ignored. He combines agility with finishing instinct, and his ability to operate in tight spaces makes him especially dangerous against compact defenses. France's organized backline would demand exactly that type of sharp movement and quick decision-making. When you step back and examine the full picture, one thing becomes crystal clear. Carlo Ancelotti is spoiled for choice. He has global superstars, emerging prodigies, informed performers, and experienced leaders, all competing for limited wing positions. The real challenge is balance. Should he prioritize explosive youth or proven experience? Raw pace or tactical discipline? Individual brilliance or collective structure? Against France, every detail will matter. The opponent's defensive shape, transitional threats, and midfield dominance will influence selection strategy. Brazil's wings must not only attack, but also track back, support midfield transitions, and exploit counterattacking windows. A single wrong decision could expose defensive vulnerabilities. A single right combination could dismantle even the strongest European defense. Ultimately, the selection will reveal Ancelotti's broader vision for Brazil. Is he building toward a long-term generational shift? Or will he rely on established stars to secure immediate results? Will Neymar's experience outweigh youthful hunger? Can Estevao accelerate his rise? Does Antony finally receive redemption? And can Vinicius fully translate his club dominance into national glory? As anticipation builds for Brazil versus France, the spotlight shines brightest on the wings. This is where matches can be won in moments of brilliance. This is where defenders fear isolation. And this is where Brazil historically thrives, with speed, samba flair, and fearless creativity. The answers will soon unfold on the pitch. Until then, debate continues, speculation intensifies, and fans wait eagerly to see which names appear on the official list. One thing is certain, whichever combination Ancelotti chooses, expectations will be sky high. And when Brazil's wingers take flight against France, the football world will be watching every step, every dribble, and every decisive touch.